Back here at Springfield, getting set to restart this race as Brian Smith moves to the point of the staggered restart here. Steve Bonsi crashed. That brought out the red flag. We'll get everybody back in position and get going again. Smith so far has, I don't want to say dominated the race, Scott, but he has certainly led the most laps. We've had 9 lead changes, 3 different motorcycles at the front of the field.
It's been a great day as far as lead changes go. You're right, but the 42 of Smith really is so strong today.
And here comes the 5 of Johnson back up to the front. The Ducati is good off the line. Had a good start at the beginning of the race and a good restart, puts himself back up to 3rd. He had lost some ground, so this restart, a welcome sight for him.
And you watch that 42 of Smith. He runs that tight line, so he's going to make anybody go high around him. That's exactly what Coolbeth just did.
That's Johnson, actually, that took the lead there.
My bad, Johnson, but Coolbeth's right there. And Johnson, it's not the first time these guys have had to go around the outside of the 42. But look at the speed of that Cowie.
So Coolbeth figured out that line earlier. Johnson said, I saw it earlier. I'm going to do it myself.
Baker sitting in the group. He's still in there. The number 1 back in about 6th position. Coolbeth is pretty sneaky in this deal, Scott. He's been quiet. He's been very patient. He knows he's got a fast Harley under him.
He definitely does, and he knows how to win these races, and so he's just trying to put himself in a position to where when it comes down to the end of this thing, he's got a plan for the 42 right now, because that seems to be the guy to beat Brian Smith so far. But the Coolbeth's gone around him on the outside. Let's see if he can do it again.
Mies had worked himself up to 3rd. He's back and 4th. The Ducati seems to have lost a little bit of touch again. Let's see if Mies, a former Grand National champion, can get back up into 3rd and maybe challenge for the win here on that number 9. He's got that orange and white riding gear, the leathers.
Well, right there seems to be where they might lose just that little bit as they come to the throttle. When they finally pour on the coals, they're coming off the corner. They lose a little bit, but they catch it back, make it back up on the going into the corner. So it puts them right back in line with these guys in the front.
Well, it looks like Johnson is so not afraid to run it deep into the corner on that Ducati in 3rd, number 5. But coming off the corner, that thing just wiggles around a lot, and that's where the rest of them meet him up.
Yeah, he's struggling just a little bit off the corner, and then that gap appears, and then the straightaway speed of that Ducati pulls himself and Mies back up into on the back wheel of the 2 of Coolbeth. That's a big gap right there so far. Now Mies is going to say, I'm tired of following you, but doesn't make the pass work. Falls back in line.
Well, no matter what form of racing it is, Ducatis are never known to not have steam at the end of the straightaway, right?
Yeah, typically they're great off the corner, but right now the 42 of the Kawasaki and the 2 of on the Harley Davidson really getting the power to the ground, and there it is.
Mies to the inside. He's got 3rd, and now number 9 is going for the front.
Well, he can see that little bit of a gap growing. Every lap they come off the corner, and he's like, oh, Smith got it really sideways right there, but still able to beat him to the line. So this is good sign for Brian Smith.
It's going to be a good day for Coolbeth as well. He's tied for 3rd in the championship point standings coming into this one with Brandon Robinson, 30 points apiece, 12 behind Sammy Halbert, who's deep in the field here in this main event.
Yeah, this will be a good points day for Coolbeth if he can hang on to and finish in this top 3 right here, especially with that Halbert struggling in the back.
Halbert already actually out of this race, went out early on. So no matter what happens here to Coolbeth, as long as he finishes up on the podium, he's probably going to capitalize here today.
Again, watching the 5 of Johnson just struggling that little bit as they come to that. About 3/4 of the way through the corner is where his real struggles really begin. And he just can't get that Ducati. It's just real twitchy in the middle of the corner right there. It's hard for him to get that throttle open, and these 3 leaders are just gapping him every time they come off the corner.
Well, you saw the sign. The riders saw it. 5 to go. Now, Scott, is when you really have to position yourself to make the play the way you want at the end. Do I want to lead? Do I want to be 2nd? Some guys might want to be 3rd because the draft from 3rd sometimes works better than the draft from 2nd. Oh, and a rider down coming off a 2. And guess what? The red is out again here at Springfield. So just when everybody was formulating their plan for the run to the checkers, now they're going to have to redo it because Mikey Martin has dumped the Triumph in turn number 2. We'll be back for the finish. Race fans, whether you love dirt, asphalt, 2 wheels, or 4, you need to be Speed Sport equipped with cool t-shirts, awesome caps, and great Speed Sport swag. You can get your limited edition merchandise now. Just go to nationalspeedsportnews.com, click on the store link, and start shopping. Throwback tees, shop racks, and everything you need to be ready for the races. That's nationalspeedsportnews.com. Click the store link.